And you're jumping out of airplanes.
Alright, not the airplane. Well, how did you get... Here, alright, we're live. How did you get... Well, not live, but you know what I mean. We're recording. I never really asked you. You could finish that part up. You fell out.
I fell down a flight of steps.
And that's what I'm asking. And that got your shoulder and your
shoulder
knee?
And my face.
Knee? What about the shoulder?
The knee, I hurt the knee a different way. I think I was on a 7th bus when
I didn't know about this. I thought you fucking, you know what I've been telling everybody? You jumped out of helicopters with the rope and you fell, I guess.
Yeah.
You remember Chuck Rivera? He fell?
Yeah.
The chute opened and he hit the ground, like, you know, boom, and he woke up. Not where he landed. I think he said it was a mile or two. The chute took him a mile or two. I told you that one.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't know. I haven't talked to Chuck, but if he does see this,
he's out.
He's been out. Yeah, he served a lot. He served, I think, 2 or 3 extra tours than he had to.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was up there.
He had disability or anything.
Oh, sure, yeah. I mean, he got messed up, but he also is a cop now, too.
Well, he's been a regular cop.
No, what do you mean regular cop? Isn't a cop a cop?
A cop or what?
Like, I mean, what are you talking about? Is he a narc? He was a police officer. MVP?
Yeah, military.
What? No, he's out of the military. He's just an officer. Okay. Falling asleep again. We're like doing a live show. You see what I deal with? You know what he asked me on the break? He goes, "Yo, can I get 6 annies?" No, he didn't ask that. I'm just kidding. Alright, so what do you think about the podcast and thing, what I do? I never asked you that before.
I think it's good for you. Yeah. It's good for your head.
Yeah. You know what? I want to tell you something. You know, I told you that first person ever to put me on, like, a message, Maria Humphreys, she hit me up today, or Friday, she hit me up. She asked me a question, which I'll tell you later. I don't want to keep this on, but she asked me a question. This is also how I'm doing. And then I seen another thing she put. She goes, "I love," like, on one, because she does live like this all the time. She does inspirational. She's really good. And she's been doing it longer than I have. And she put, at Jimmy James, you know? At Jimmy James, what did it say? At Jimmy James, I'm always inspired by hearing your voice. And I just thought, wow, that's a nice thing to say. It's so nice to hear that. Even if, like, I tell people, like, if you tell
people say something,
but even the people in my group,
you don't expect.
Yeah, even in my group,
like the guy in the restaurant said something to me.
What restaurant?
It was a Greek restaurant I was working.
What year was this?
This was back in.
So you see how you just started the story?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know. Because we were at a restaurant a couple months ago on Father's Day.
This is back in, I'd say, 07.
Alright, so what did he say? It was, alright,
he was the boss.
Oh,
he was a tough boss, but after...
You talking about the place I worked at?
No, it was called the House of Pizza up in Lancaster.
Oh, I was before I was staying with you for that little bit, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so tell me, what do you mean he said something about
his family came to see him from Greece.
Right.
He owned the restaurant, and, you know, they had octopus one night. Octopus. And pizza. Octopus pizza.
I'm just getting this clean.
And I ate it for the first time.
What, octopus pizza? Was it good or bad?
It was alright.
Everything's alright to you. I told you about, it was alright. Go ahead, keep going. So what did he say?
So anyway, he comes in the kitchen and his family's out there and I guess his brothers, his sisters, his mother, his father. they're all there visiting from Greece, and they're sitting up there in a booth. And he brings me out and brings me over.
Yeah, wake up there. Here you go. Look at that.
Brings me over, and he says to them, "You see this guy here?" And they're all looking at me. He says, "If I never meet this guy, if he leaves tomorrow, and I never see him again, I'm glad I met him." Like, that was like an inspirational moment.
You sure that wasn't like,
no,
I hope to God he leaves tomorrow? No. Well, what do you mean? Like, what did you do?
It's just the way I was.
Yeah.
The way I was.
We all said that.
Funny.
Oh, you were funny. See, even you admit it. You're not funny anymore.
Chuck told me a joke, and then I told her. Chuck, the guy who worked the pizza, he told me the joke, and then I told him. And
is it appropriate joke? Is it appropriate joke?
Yeah, it was easy.
No, is it appropriate joke on here?
Yeah, I can't remember the joke.
Alright, so you were saying it, and he goes, if I never see this guy again, what was this?
If he leaves tomorrow, and I never see him again, I'm glad I met him.
Right. It's like it changed your life. Yes, I get that a lot now.
You know?
It's like you get messages and people, not just like voice messages, and it's like you don't know what to do with it. And here's another thing is like, it's like, I guess famous people would go through that a lot. Like people, I'm talking about like actors, and I would never want to be like that.
Maybe it depends.
I would like to do a radio show where I would have guests and ask questions and have like a pen, like proper, like especially people at your age. But you're the only person I have. My father. I'm only doing my mother on here. What do you do? What have you done? Well, and that's the end of the show, folks. 2 seconds long.
Well, you can get other people.
I can. I've stopped people in the streets. She was, you know what, I left her every birthday I leave her like a little thing, like a happy birthday or a raplet type of thing. And you gotta remember, on my show, I tried to be original about things. I wanted to do things nobody else ever done. I'm not talking about, I said 911 skits. We've heard them since the Jerky Boys,
Right, yeah.
My boots on the top of the Empire. My spectacles. I need my spectacles. On the top of the entire Empire State Building, and I can't see, goddammit. Remember that? And he goes, and I need all my shoes.
Yeah, right.
You're trying to move. I'll get it.
In my pocket.
All right,
where's the lawyer?
That's what I...
This is Cody Lewis on his show, The Mind of a Man. I must say, brilliantly done, and of course, that's coming from me, which means praise higher than any deity could possibly give. You're welcome, my friend.
If I can play it. Here we go.
Wasn't for New Year.
Here we go. Listen to this. Shh. Yeah, this is great.
To ask me if I miss her would be like asking the stars if they missed the night. Asking the sun if it missed the warmth, or asking the ocean if it missed the rivers that give it life. I've seen the most beautiful flowers, but they all smell the same. I got to see the most beautiful places in the world, but the wind winded the same everywhere. Only in your presence, the wind whispered a fragrance to the flower, a scent untold in other places. I would recognize you in total darkness. Were you mute and I were deaf? I would recognize you in another lifetime, entirely in different bodies, different times. And I would love you in all of this, until the very last star in the sky burnt out into oblivion. They asked, do you love her to death? I said, speak of her over my grave and watch how she brings me back to life.
Alright, I was gonna play the rest there, but I'm running out of time. This is my pops. We're gonna do more.
Like always, take care of yourself and one another. This is Jimmy Jane saying peace out. Yes, this is the end. Also, thank you for listening to the storytelling duo, Ish.